How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're about versus Cobra from the Discord, for real. They've got a pretty cool looking team. They've got the Hydrapple, they've got the Feraligatr, Skarmory's cool to see, and then all the rest is free DLC stuff, which isn't really the highlight of the game. But you gotta watch out for the Hisuian Typhlosion, big threat with the Eruption. Great Tusk is a good mon in its own right, and so Slowking. So definitely watch out for those threats. Now, I want to get up the Sticky Web straight away, but they do have a Rapid Spinner and Great Tusk. We do have the Golurk to block that. So that's not too big of a deal. So I think I will lead off with the Araquanid. And if they lead Great Tusk to try and Rapid Spin straight away, we can just Liquidation it with our Water Bubble ability. Boosting the power, it's going to be amazing. And the battle begins. Good luck, have fun, Cobra. So they're going to lead off with Skarmory, which is a good lead. Get the Stealth Rocks up and the Spikes and all that stuff. We're going to lead off with our Araquanid. And I'm going to go straight for the Sticky Webs. There's no real reason not to. If they Brave Bird here, we can Endeavor them the next turn. Get rid of that health on the Skarmory is going to be really useful. So they go for a Spikes, which is always nice to see. Not really. A Spikes are the bane of my existence. So we go for a Sticky Web right now, which is obviously going to be great. They could go... I don't think Skarmory gets Defogged this game. I think they kind of screwed it over with Defog. So I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about Brave Bird right now. Or just more Spike setup. I think the Spike setup is probably what they're going to be going for, really. So I'm half tempted to go into Cobalion, my Monarch over here, the Iron Crown. Going for that Agility and Calm Mind and all that stuff. We could do that. Or we could go Blaziken, but if they go for that Flare Blitz... I'm going to go for the Blaziken switch. I don't think they go for a Brave Bird here. I think they go for Spikes. Because it's pretty obvious we're going to switch out here into probably the Corviknight to get rid of the Spikes. So they do go for another layer of Spikes, which is great. We can go for a Sword Dance if we want to, but I'm not, because they're probably going to Whirlwind us away. So I'm going to go straight for that Flare Blitz and get a lot of damage off on this Skarmory as much as I can, really. So Flare Blitz comes through, Skarmory nearly goes down, very nearly goes down. We do get hurt by the Rocky Helmet and the Recoil in general, but if they go for a Brave Bird here, which they haven't, they've gone for a Body Press, it's going to nearly take us out. So Speed Boost is going to come into effect here. But we basically get a free Flare Blitz off right now. I am going to decide to go for a Close Combat instead. No, Flare Blitz is the best one to go for. I think Flare Blitz is the best one to go for. So I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. It's just not Blaziken's turn to be on the thumbnail today. It does take out the Skarmory, which is amazing. But unfortunately, it's going to go down to the Recoil from the Rocky Helmet and the Flare Blitz anyway. But getting rid of the Skarmory is good because it's going to make way for our Golurk to do a lot of damage to their team. Because pretty much nothing other than the Great Tusk wants to switch in on the Golurk's Poltergeist. So what I'm going to do is now, I'm going to go into Corviknight. I am going to go to Corviknight. I feel like they might predict this and go for the Typhlosion now that I think about it, but I'm hoping they don't. They go for Feraligatr. So Feraligatr comes in. Feraligatr is nice and shiny, gotta love it. Now I haven't faced a Feraligatr yet, but I know they like to Dragon Lance and stuff. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for that Defog. I know it gets rid of the Sticky Webs, but we can set them up later. I want those Spikes off the field. So we go for the Defog. There we go. Does get rid of the Sticky Web, like I said. But it gets rid of the Spikes as well, which is important. So Spikes are going to disappear. They go for a Dragon Dance. And that's when things start to get tricky. Because Feraligatr is a massive threat with Dragon Dance. It's a humongous threat. And we have to be really careful when dealing with this thing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for a U-turn. They go for another Dragon Dance, which is terrifying. But it's fine. We do have ways of dealing with this. We have ways of dealing with this. They're at +1 speed and +2 attack right now. We get a little bit of chip damage off with the U-turn. Now, we've got a couple of options. So, we could go Hydrapple. We could Terastal, expecting the Ice Punch. And go for a Leaf Storm to take it out. Or we can do the Araquanid Endeavor Tech. But I think it's better to go Hydrapple looking at the team. I really think it's better to go Hydrapple. Gonna go into Hydrapple. I think this is the play. I really think this is the play. So I'm going to Tera it into a Steel type, and I'm going to go for that Leaf Storm. Hopefully to get the KO on the Feraligatr, that'd be great. So they're going to Terastallize themselves. Are they going to go Ice? Are they going to go Ice right now? Ice. Okay, so the Tera Ice. We know they're going for Ice Punch now then, which is great. Because we've Terastaled. So we're good. We're going to Terastallize ourselves into a Steel type. And we're going to be resistant to that Ice Punch. It's going to still sting quite a bit because it's +2 and it's probably Life Orb, Sheer Force, all that stuff. So let's see how this works out for us. So they go for an Ice Punch. Let's see if we can take it like a champ. I think we can. Yeah, it doesn't even do half. As we're able to go for a Leaf Storm right now. Choice Specs boosted. Takes out the Feraligatr even with the Tera. Making it not a water type and thus not weak to grass. But still takes it out anyway. As down goes Feraligatr, which is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant Hydrapple play by myself. If not to toot my own horn or anything, but that was a great play, right? In comes the Great Tusk. Now this thing scares me a bit. Because we're at half health. They do have the booster energy, which is terrifying. Which means they're probably going to go for either a headlong rush or a close combat right now. I think it's more likely they go for a close combat. Because we could have a good Golurk or Corviknight, really. I think Corviknight is the best switch we can go for, though. And then we're going to go for a U-turn. They might go for a Stealth Rock. If they go for a Stealth Rock, we're going to go ahead and defog them away. If they don't, they don't. So we're going to Noctis real quick. There we go. Close combat comes through. It's going to sting. Not quite enough, though, to warrant any real cause for concern. So they're going to get some Rocky Helmet chip as well, which is great. And then we can just go for a Body Press here, or we can go for a Roost. I'm leaning towards U-turn, though. I'm definitely leaning towards U-turn. They go for a knockoff, which is going to do minimal damage. Minimal damage. And then we can just, they knock off our Rocky Helmet. We can just U-turn on them real quick. There we go. And now we know this Great Tusk. It's a plus 1 point, well, times 1.2 attack because of the photosynthesis. We can just go into something that can take it out. And I'm leaning towards Araquanid right now because Stealth Rocks aren't up, Spikes aren't up. Araquanid's Focus Sash is intact. We can just go for a Liquidation, and there's nothing on the team that really wants to take a Liquidation. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to go for that Liquidation right now. They might go for a Rapid Spin expecting the Sticky Webs, but then again they go first, so they probably wouldn't do that. So they go for a Knockoff, which is going to sting, but not quite enough. And because they have minus defenses thanks to close combat earlier, pretty sure this KOs. It does. Liquidation KO the Great Tusk. Great Tusk is officially out of the way, which is amazing. Araquanid's putting in the work this game. Took out the Great Tusk. It set up Sticky Webs earlier, which doesn't matter now, but it's whatever. Pretty good stuff. So in comes Hydrapple. So Hydrapple is a threat. Hydrapple is definitely a threat. I'm pretty sure we can take a Fickle Beam if it's not all going all out. I'm going to go for the Sticky Webs just for that Slowbro. Not Slowbro, Typhlosion. Because if it's Choice Scarf, I'd rather it not be Choice Scarfed. They go for the Fickle Beam, but they're going to go all out. Can we live? We do live. Barely. As we get the Sticky Webs up for that Typhlosion, which is amazing. So Fickle Beam went all out and it still didn't even KO us. That's crazy good. So I'm going to go for an Endeavor now, just in case they do something else. But they do go for a Fickle Beam, which is going to take us out. Which is fine. Araquanid did a good job to get this game. It lived a Fickle Beam going all out. For a start, Araquanid actually deserves a spot on the thumbnail, I'm not going to lie. Really does. So, Iron Crown could finish this up. I'm leaning more towards my own Hydrapple, though. I am leaning towards Hydrapple, and the reason being is because I love Hydrapple. It's so cool. They have a Galarian Slowbro left, which isn't going to appreciate a Fickle Beam that's going all out, that's for sure. They go for an Earth Power, though, which is going to sting, but it's not going to KO us, as we go for a Fickle Beam, which doesn't go all out, but it does KO because of the Choice Specs. Hydrapple goes down, and then we are off to a good start. So Typhlosion can come in, but it will be Sticky Webbed. That's the thing. So as Typhlosion comes in, it's going to get that Sticky Web, which is always nice and powerful. Nice and shiny as well, gotta love it. They frisk our Choice Specs, they know we're Choice Specs now. But I'm just going to let my Apple Crumble go down, unfortunately. So they go for a Flamethrower, that's definitely going to take us out, obviously. As down goes our Hydrapple. So, did good work this game. Did good work, but it's not the be-all and end-all, that's for sure. Let's just go ahead and go into something else now. So, I'm leaning towards Golurk. Really leaning towards Golurk to finish this game off. So, we'll go into Golurk. There we go, Golurk comes in. Looking good. We just go for a Poltergeist. There's no real reason not to. Because they both have items. Well, I hope they have items. Be a bit newbie if they didn't. So they go for a Will-O-Wisp. They have Will-O-Wisp on their Hisuian Typhlosion. That is crazy. That is crazy. But we are Choice Banded. And we should be 55 base power in Poltergeist now. So it should still KO the Hisuian Typhlosion. Oh, they didn't get Sticky Web because of the heavy duty boots. Still KOs the Hisuian Typhlosion. No problems there. No problems there. As now we just have Galarian Slowbro to deal with. There it is. The Slow King comes in. Did I say Slowbro? I meant Slow King. Galarian Slow King. Galarian Slow King. It's going to get caught in the Sticky Webs, which is always fine and dandy. They probably have Black Sludge or Leftovers. Gonna go for that Poltergeist. It should do at least half. Poltergeist comes through. Lumberry, interesting. So they have a Lumberry on their Galarian Slowking. They still nearly get KO'd by the Poltergeist, despite the burn. And they go for a Surf, which isn't going to be able to KO us. Which means this next turn, we're going to be able to KO this thing with a Poltergeist. And if you're wondering about whether or not it miss or not, doesn't matter. We've got no guard. We have got no guard, so Poltergeist cannot miss. But on the flip side, my opponent's move can't miss me. So we go for a Poltergeist, take out the Slowking, and that is going to be the game. Golurk pulling through. I think Golurk deserves a spot on that thumbnail. I really do. I think it really deserves a spot on that thumbnail. I think it does. I think it does. But anyway, here is the team. If you want to try it out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.